Hello and welcome back to the tavern. My name is Finn of a Shark and today we're going to be playing Hearthstone again. I'm just going to sort my camera out because we're aiming slightly the wrong way. There we go, that's a bit better. So yeah, today we're going to be playing Hearthstone again. We kind of took a little bit of a break after we got maged to death in the arena. It's just been annoying. So we don't have enough to do another draft at the moment. We're going to try and build up enough gold so that we can go back in and to the arena. We're not going to give up just yet. Going to see if we can improve in the arena. I've got a couple of other tools to utilise. So we've got... I'm just going to take this up. Oh, watch and learn. Okay, I've got no one online to watch and learn, and that's a bit boring, so I'll do that at some other point, possibly later on. But we've got Paladin or Warrior and Priest or Warlock, so I mean we've got 4 different classes that we need to tick up, and we need to do the quests today. So we're going to try and do them in ranked. I cannot remember actually what the decks do, so let's just go and have a look at the collection. Have I got stuff? Disenchant extra cards. I got no idea what the extra cards were because I sort of rage quit yesterday. Cobra Shot hurts way more than a Cobra Cuddle. Of course. Her sister is the Mistress of Pain who sells windows and shower doors. Oh, there we go. We've got a Floating Watcher. Evil Eye Watcher of Doom was the original name, but marketing felt it was too aggressive. Going to disenchant you. Okay. So yeah, let's just have a look at our deck. So we have the Paladin deck, which is... haven't actually played this one yet. It's me toying around with the Echoing Ooze and trying to sort of Blessing of Might, get something avenged perhaps, just generally buff it. I think there's... Blessing... Maybe there isn't. I thought there was something in here which was to do with giving it taunt, but maybe that was in the Naxxramas quest line, and I didn't actually do that. Warlock is probably my best one. It's not great either. It's just generally some sort of warrior deck. It's not got any of the actual stuff going on. I should probably create these into having actual lists down the side of the screen so I can run them, but they're not really standardized lists at the moment. I mean, this is running G, so this is kind of, I guess, like the this is before I knew about the combo. This is kind of like the what's his name, the 3/3 get in here, I can't remember his name, the 5 mana 3/3 when he survives damage summon another one. This is literally where is she? Warsong Commander deck. So everything should have 3 or less attack, just so I can attack with it on the turn that it comes in. Oh, apart from Illidan, who's literally just making 2/1s every time I cast a spell. So it's kind of the same as the deck, except I don't have that one. I didn't know about it at the time. I just kind of really wanted to make a deck around Warsong Commander. So there is a deck out there that uses this, so I guess I should probably adapt this. Again, I don't think I've played this one. No, I have played that one and it's not very good. And last of all, we got the Priest, who's, again, fairly meh. Most of these decks are not particularly great. So I think we're going to take the Paladin out for a spin. It was the Paladin, wasn't it? Gonna get this wrong now. Paladin, Warrior, Priest or Warlock, yeah, okay. So we're currently rank 15. We kind of... I don't know how it's going to go, because we're at the end of the season, so hopefully a lot of people have moved higher up, but our deck isn't particularly competitive. But I don't just want to be playing in casual. I'm not going to learn anything by playing in casual. Okay, so... Go. Actually, I'm going to keep you. because I can probably trade you up into another minion. Oh, and we got the Echoing Ooze. So turn 2, I can cast this, give it +3 attack, but I have to use the Mana Crystal for that.
Well met.
So I'm gonna wait.
Greetings.
Is it +3 attack? Oh, which causes problems for our opponent because it's a 4-drop. So, I've got no idea if this deck is going to be any good. Like, I just wanted to build it around crazy slimes. So, I mean, I can trade up into this, right? And we'll summon the Golem. I've got no idea what the competitive priest deck would do. I mean, even if this is a competitive priest deck, then we have attack 3 or less attack. No, my guys. Ah, you keep him as well. Sad times. It's kind of annoying. I suppose I should have expected Shadow Madness. I forget that I'm not actually playing Arena at the moment.
Let the pain speak to me.
Let us see if it is.
Okay, Consecration. But that will cause you to draw 2 cards.
I wonder.
Ready.
Attend me. Ready, sir.
Not really sure what I should be doing here. Or if that was the right play. Maybe I should have played
I have no
Lotheb.
time for games.
No. Okay, so I can't play that. Sylvanas causes some amount of problems.
Let me think.
You'll trade in here and die. You'll probably just crash into me, right? Or you'll crash into him and heal up.
If you insist.
Oh, whoops.
Move quickly.
Yeah, I know. Do you do anything for me, Lotheb? No.
Reporting for duty.
So, let's just make a load of things for my Stormwind champion. I expect we'll get hit by a big old removal spell here. But Sylvanas is going to be annoying. Sylvie.
Is someone injured? In the light's name.
Okay, honest, it's making my consecration a bit better. It's making my consecration a bit worse. Consecration better again. And you're just gonna hit me. Okay. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I could do this to turn. Or bang. Bang. I still lose a dude from consecrating, which is bad, right? I mean, I need to kill this. I really need to kill this.
Behold the might of Stormwind! The battle!
This might go wrong, because he might just trade in the Sylvanas for one of my dudes, stealing it. I mean, I guess I hope that he steals something weak.
Embrace the void.
Ooh. Okay. I'm going to assume you no longer have Circle of Healing.
Is someone injured?
How annoying. Consecration, so I can Might of Kings killing this, Consecration killing just this. So that's bad. And this will leave me with a 6-1, which the Alchemy priest can heal.
Let me
Oh, you could have just taken that. Why couldn't it not randomly have taken that? So annoying.
quickly.
Consecration? Ah, shielded.
Reporting for duty.
I'm assuming this priest is going to be running mind control, which I need to be aware of. This is the problem with playing ranked. My decks are not very good, which just means that I'm going to get hit by people that have got good decks, and then I'm just going to lose loads. When I really want to be winning 5 matches pretty quickly. Doesn't look good. Lothar just dies. This card advantage she's got going. Like, she's drawn so many cards. They're doesn't seem much like I can do. There's, yeah. Wow. Yeah, there's nothing I can do. Let's concede.
A victory is well played.
And there goes the star for the 15. Maybe I should just play some casual. Like, these decks are nowhere near good enough. I need cards, which means I need arena, which means I need to get good at arena. Of course, I could still hit people that are going to be playing ridiculous decks. Let's get rid of you. I'll keep the True Silver. I kind of want to do this on a turn that I'll trigger this. My shields. So this gives a random friendly minion +1/+1. So I know I've got 2 minions, which means this is less likely to happen. But we're kind of hoping for some form of result. Let's Knife Juggler. Could be risky. Don't know what there'd be at 4 mana. Okay, Taunt. Okay, so True Silver allows me to deal 4 damage. Double True Silver. Unfortunately, we're going to lose a mini-bot. You can do that. So I mean, I could trade these guys in. I mean, this is kind of just doing wombo combo, right? But I could trade these guys in theory. He's gonna freeze me instead. Oh yeah. I'm just making this worse for myself. I really want to trigger this. But maybe +3/+2 is bad. Oh, and Frozen. Flame Strike. No. Hold Moth. Okay, we've got our wish. Oh, secrets only trigger on their turn. F-bomb.
For justice.
It's alright, I'm not gonna Blessing of Kings it anyway. Oh, is it? Is Avenge active on your turn? I thought secrets weren't active on your turn. There we go.
Well played.
Hooray! We got 10 gold. So we just need to win 4 with the Paladin, and then we've got enough to do another arena draft. Actually, should we be doing Paladin? I mean, in theory, if we get the draft, we probably want to do a Paladin draft. Priest or Warlock, we probably don't really want to do if we get arena. Let's go check out the Warlock deck. I got to do a wombo combo of making 2 5/6 echoing users. Makes me happy.
Gul'dan versus Jaina.
I can't remember what this deck does. I'm pretty sure it doesn't want Lotheb though, early on. It probably doesn't want Harvest Golem either, to be honest, but...
I greet you.
Okay, we drew a 2-drop, that's fine. So we're going to summon something for each minion that we summon. Microbot. Oh. So our Microbot is going to explode. Is what I can see from this. Wow. I can't do anything. Here I come. Bye, Alarmobot. What are you? You're a 4/3. Okay. Don't really mind about that. Maybe I do. Aww. I'm pretty sure I just Hellfire here. It's sad times. I'm gonna lose my Death Rattle guy. This is a lot of stuff to beat through. I can't be dealing with all that stuff. And yeah, he's got the Alarmobot. I can't remember what the Alarmobot costs actually. 3. So I mean, if he does that, sweet. We lose. He loses his hero power, which is good. Would you do something semi-decent? So, I mean, he might play another one, and then hero power my guy away. But we kind of expected that. Deal 4 damage, discard a random card. What do I want the most on the field? I want this to deal the least damage to my guys. You can survive, technically, a Flame Strike. I probably want to do this as a combo together, or this as a combo together, so I'll leave those. Let's cast this guy. I mean, if he blizzards or whatever it is, the 2 damage freezes everything, we all get a guy back. Or it deals the 2 damage then freezes, so you're going to turn this into a sheep, aren't you? Okay, you're just gonna freeze it. Got 1 damage. No. Okay. It's 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Yeah, okay, we might get flame struck here. But he pinged it down to 1, which kind of suggests he doesn't have the flame struck, unless he was kind of doing it as a... He may not play another 4-cost minion. Is he dead? 6, 12, 16, 4. Maybe I should be playing ranked. I feel bad, but I kind of just need to do the missions. I mean, the decks that I play ranked with is pretty much Rogue, I think. Rogue and
Gul'dan versus
me? I can't remember. I think it's just Rogue actually, which is the one that I've been doing pretty well with. Do I keep the Shadow Bolt? Kind of bad to waste a turn playing. May have... okay. We kind of don't want to play this on turn 2 though. I think I've only got 1 in the deck. I should probably switch this up to have 2 in the deck.
Put the chapel on your head.
I mean, there's some bad minions in here. Like this guy. I mean, he's fine. I just don't have the cards to have something else, really. I mean, maybe I do now. Ouch. This is whenever a minion is summoned, whenever you summon a minion. Well, I'm going to destroy his weapon. And his dude. Which is probably sad times for him. And he's just going to consecration me back, right? Now he's going to summon a 1-1. Anything else? Now, do I Immortal Coil? I don't have anything that costs 4. So I'm probably going to drop this guy. I could draw another 3-drop. Keeps the Blessing of Kings off the field, right? Let's... Oh, hold on. Do I pretend that I have the 3-drop in my hand or not? Let's pretend I got lucky off the top. Yeah, so one of the things you can do is you can look at where the cards are. I kind of didn't like this when I started playing, but I now understand more. So I can actually look at the cards and see which cards they're playing. And I can work out if they drew it or if they had it early game or not. So you've got a 3-5 who's getting killed by this. This guy's getting killed. I could deal 4 damage and discard a card, but I kind of just want to play cards. Let's play this guy. Let's make it take some turns for him to crash through this. Oh, okay. I don't know why he conceded playing too many things with Taunt. I mean, the games are a lot quicker in casual. People don't seem to care about conceding. Like, games seem to always go to the end of the round.
Your soul shall be mine.
In constructed, as it were, ranked. Ugh, okay, this isn't too good. It's like in that the game in ranked when I just played. It's like I played it to the end just in the off chance that maybe I could somehow equal out winning casual. I can just be like, nah, this game's going the wrong way. I can give up. I didn't actually check to see how many cards they replaced. Oh, he's still choosing. So you can see how much they mulligan as well. This is all if you're paying attention, of course, and sometimes you just miss what they're doing. This is the other thing with casual. You tend to get people that don't really care about playing, so they'll kind of go into a match and then they'll just be like, oh yeah, I'll just chat to my friend. Okay, they're having a look now. Complete mulligan. Okay. So we know that this is the coin. So this is the coin, and this is their opening hand. So let's just pay attention to what they're doing. I mean, this is something that, yes, they're coining, and then Fairy Dragon. Okay. Can't be targeted with spells or abilities. So this is something that I'm trying to do to try and learn to do it. So we know that these foreseeably are not decent 2-drops. I'm going to cast this guy. So now these are probably not 2-drops or weren't useful playing early. So maybe removal of some kind. Okay, there we go. Smushy smushy. God, I'm just drawing all the high costing stuff, right? See if I get a taunt. No, it doesn't really help me. Got a load of stuff happening from now on. So I think we kill this. And that's just 3 damage off the board. Turn 5. I mean, we don't want to play any of these really. So let's just play 2 dudes, and then, I mean, if he consecrations, he consecrations, right? It's not super great for him. I would have thought he would want more out of it. And a secret. Okay, so what secrets could there be? I mean, you cast a minion, give it, return it to 1 health. Return a life minion to life with 1 health. Summon a 3/2 2/1 as the new thing. Fortunately, there wasn't much we could do about that. Let's drop the Sludge Belcher. I've completely forgotten which cards they may have had in their hand at the beginning of the game. Okay, so next time we're going to hopefully drop this and wipe his recruits. I mean, he could have the thing that gives all his recruits +2/+2. He hasn't insta-played it. Kind of want to draw Hellfire actually. Hellfire would be nice. It's not Hellfire. You don't really kill enough. I mean, you do. You kill 2 things. unfortunately. It's not quite enough. Yeah, I was meant to be tracking this, and I just didn't track it at all. So, I mean, there could be anything in these guys' hands. I just realised I normally have the comments over here when I'm playing Hearthstone, so I can actually keep it open. So I don't actually need that screen.
Reporting for duty.
Ugh. Well, you lost value on your true silver, I guess. God, just draw some flipping spells. I'm on 10. Oh, I need to drop the taunt guy. Not super helpful. I can't even hero power anymore. I can't remember if I've got an anti-kill bot in my collection, because I might actually put anti-kill bot in. Anti-kill bot seems like he might actually do something semi-decent for this deck. So what are you going to do? These guys don't really work with Hellfire that well. This guy just shuts me down. I mean, I haven't drawn anything, so you know, it doesn't shut me down. My deck shuts me down. You just kill me? No. Hellfire! Could have anything at all. 2. I'm on 2. I should probably just concede, right? Have a rock. Pew. I don't think I've got any more taunts in my deck. I don't think I've got anything that's going to keep me alive, like any health gain. I literally have to trade all my minions, and if he drops any weapons or a consecration, I just lose. Or, you know, more than one minion a turn, and I draw no removal. I can't use your ability, so I don't mind losing you. You give me some extra spell damage. Let's draw a card. You're a thing. Can't believe I'm just... this is top deck mode. 8, 9, 10, 11. He's gonna be running at least 2 consecrations. He hasn't played it, so that's gotta be... I've got a possibility of 14 draws before he draws a consecration. I can't kill that thing. Stop playing dudes that I can't kill. Oh wait, I can kill him. Right. That's not hero power. I almost automatically hero powered them. Dark Divination, just death. The problem is that Lothar does nothing. So he's drawn the consecration. Consecration costs 9. 9 still kills me. By a lot. That's 2 minions in one. There's another minion. And there's another minion. He's got to have Blessing of Kings in hand, right? Oh god. Okay, all my attacks are gonna be stopping his stuff this turn. This puts me on 1. Do I do it? don't do it on the off chance that I do this, and then this will become a 6/6. I need to put some healing stuff. Will they be better than the taunts? Probably. I can't remember if I opened an antique heal bot now. I can't believe I haven't conceded.
Let me think.
I can't believe he hasn't top decked a consecration. What else could he have? Does Hammer of Wrath target a minion only? Hammer of Wrath. Ah, there it is. You slow rolled me. God damn it. Ugh. Right, let's really quickly, because I think Antique Heal Bot costs a decent amount. Just have a look at what else I've got. Oh, I've got the Mistress of Pain. Is she better than any of my 2-drops? Oh no, I do have the 2 Swamp Oozes. Okay. Is she better than Micro Machine? Maybe. Oh, Void Caller. How many demons am I running? 1, 2, 3. Okay, maybe. We've got 4 mana. Let's take out an Ogre Magi and put in a Void Caller. Let's take out another Ogre Magi and put in a Void Caller. I kind of want this Felguard. Taunt, Battle Cry, destroy one of your mana crystals. Maybe we might run him. I doubt there's any demons in any of the other, like in any of the other sets, right? It's just a Nerubian Egg. I don't know actually. Are there any demons in? I mean, you're not a demon, and you're pretty much like a demon, so. Like a demon, like a demon. Do I own any antique heal bots? Apparently I don't, unless I miss them. What cost is antique heal bot? Antique. You don't cost 3. Do you cost 4? No, you cost 5. Oh, jeez. You cost 40 dust. I mean, I could craft this. So, okay, so they cost 5. What would I be taking out? Probably the Spectral Knight. Single Spectral Knight? I think I take out an Iron Fur Grizzly for this guy. The Felguard. Might not be the right play. Mistress of Pain is just a 1/4. I don't really care about you. You demons? No. Gel'Thuzad! I ain't putting you in. So I mean I could take out the Spectral Knight and stick in an antique heal bot. So out you go, in you go. Okay, let's we'll leave it at 1 antique heal, but do I have any? Sorry, Earthen Ring Farseers. He costs 3. No, how much do you cost to craft Earthen Ring Farseer? You cost 40. Restore 3 health. It offsets the Hellfire, I suppose. Let's just leave it at that. I mean, what I might find, like, so if I play this, so we've got Felguard is replacing an Alpha Grizzly. We've got the Antique Healbot is replacing... Shit, I can't remember. And we've got 2 Ogre Magis have been replaced with the 3/4s Death Rattle summon random... Not summon a random demon, put a demon from your hand onto the battlefield. Ugh. Right, well these are all going. Pang, 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 pang. You probably won't have minions. Let's assume you won't have minions. How much are you mana getting? 1. Oh god. Okay, so we've got the Healbot. Which I can't remember what I replaced. I cannot remember what I replaced the Healbot with. Oh, what the Healbot replaced. You're not so good against a mage. Do I just take 2 damage? How many cards have we got? 2, 4, 6, 7. So I could cast a 3-drop. Next time I can cast a different 3-drop.
So many possibilities.
Not the best of 3-drops, but who minds? So they've... What do? They hero powered. So this is their starting hand. And they're going for the triple arcane. Didn't quite work out. Okay, so they drew into the arcane missile. Oh, 2 3/2s. Golden ones. So I'm pretty sure that wasn't in their opening hand. It'd be nice if the cards kind of... Okay, so this was in their opening hand, so they kept Arcane Intellect. Which suggests that the hand may not have been the best of hands. Like, if they kept the card draw, that meant that they were a bit unsure about drawing an additional card, like shipping the card and then not getting anything good back. Okay, they drew into that. Hellfire. Okay, we ain't casting you just yet. Let's draw a card, see what I get. Yeah, they might be able to kill this, but I'm hoping... I mean, if they focus the resources on this, so if they Arcane Explosion and this, that's like, what, 4 mana, and they've only got 2 left to do anything. So, I'm not too fussed about losing this. I mean, they've got loads of stuff, and we've got the potential of... Whoa, blizzarding. You're useless. Okay. I got this. You got no minions. We're, I guess, likely to have Flame Strike. Nothing survives Flame Strike. Still nothing survives Flame Strike. Oh, okay, there we go. That was taking too long. Have we got 10 more gold already? We've only played 4 games. Oh yeah, of course. Played 3 games, and we were on the second one already. So You don't get any gold for winning an arena, or just because I haven't won an arena for so long. Oh, it sucks so bad at arena. GG McGeederson. Malfurion. Okay, so let's go with this might be a combo deck. Interesting. I don't really want to play him on turn 3. But I get the coin. I wasn't paying attention to that hand. So I want to cast this on turn 3. Here we go. He's ramping. Oh no, he's not ramping. Sorry, I thought that was Innovate. Can Druid have weapons? I don't think he can. I don't think he can have weapons. I mean, if he does, then he does. Here I come! Into the void I come. So, if he was setting up for a swipe, I've potentially made his swipe really bad. And I guess that's why he's avoided. Really? Healing touch? I guess if there was a point you could play it. I'll hold my guy in my hand. I don't want to commit too much, so let's just draw a card. I mean, this guy's not very good to be void called out, but I mean, if I had a 3 mana, ooh, jeez. I hate that guy. Okay, I'm gonna have to trade in some dudes, aren't I? Because I can't. If I play 2 and I play this and it randomly hits this guy, then I can trade in and then do 1 damage. But is that a big old risk? What else could I do? Could just double trade in. This guy's gonna come out. I could play that guy. Okay. Come on! Oh. That's annoying. That is somewhat irritating, but you know, random stuff that happens.
Give me a quest.
Give me a quest. Oh. Well, you're gonna die. Oh, this only deals 2 damage. What a shame. Okay, I don't really want to Dread Infernal. Let's draw some cards. Deal 2 damage if it kills a minion. Right, okay. Wow. I've not seen this guy before. He's a legendary. Okay, well, this works out pretty well for me. So now I've got 2 decent targets for this to be used on. Does it gain 2 mana crews? Other minions +2/+2 or 2 treants with taunt?
The gates are open. My shield for Arda.
Taunty taunt. Double Hellfire. Hell's bells. Hellfire kills my entire board. A single Hellfire. If I pop in here and this here, a single Hellfire wipes his board, which leaves me with 4 mana, of which I can do nothing, unless I draw a card. Floating Watcher will die. Dread Infernal, 1 extra damage. 4 and 1. 5 and 1. Leaves me with a guy, leaves him with a guy. Trades in everything. Okay. Oh no, wait, hold on. My maths is out. Oh no, don't Hellfire yet. What? Why didn't that kill it? Oh shit, because I traded in the flipping... He crashed in, he crashed in, he crashed in. What's this? Whenever another minion takes damage, add a spare part to your hand. Okay, well... Wait, hold on. It says whenever another minion... Oh, whenever this minion takes damage. Fool! It's fine. Kinda needs to be done. So we got 10 mana next turn. Oh, the old Ironbark. You really gonna... Okay, we got double Whirling Blades. So I guess I'm gonna drop this guy. For one thing. So that's... drops him down to 5. So Lothar is going to be the other one to take him out. Of course, he could have another Starfall. I mean, all of the taunts. Huge old Druid of the Fang. Right, well, Lothar takes out this. That is no longer 10 damage on... No, that is 10 damage on the board. Which means I need to deal 4 damage and discard a random card. Still got 9. Don't want to drop this because of the taunt. Because of the 1 damage to everything, which will mean that he can ping through this. And then 7 becomes a problem. So I can spend 9 mana, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I lost the thing that I wanted to lose, which is the Scarlet Crusader. Do not care about the Scarlet Crusader. So, if he kills me, I mean, he could kill me this turn. Potentially, but if not, I can drop this and Hero Power and this kills him. I mean, he's going to Hero Power himself, isn't he? He's going to get the extra armor. The extra armor will do the thing. I don't want the Stormforged weapon anymore. Good choice. Jeez, okay.
For no one.
Oh, you void called. Whoa. Top deck of the century. There was multiple things I could have top decked. I think. I really want to remember what I took out for the heal bot. I absolutely cannot remember.
Gul'dan versus Jaina. You asked for it.
Your soul shall be mine.
You go first. You're not very good against Jaina, Scarlet Crusader. Okay. Opponent's still choosing. Pay attention to their cards. So one of the things I've heard about Antique Healbot, I mean this is particularly in Arena, but Antique Healbot can be seen as the ability to draw 4 more cards in the game, because it gives you the 8 health with the hero power of the Warlock, which makes him pretty good. I mean, you do deal a lot of damage to yourself with Warlock. Job done. That wasn't me. Let's knife juggler it up. Yeah, okay, his Knife Juggler is only 4 health, but eats up some turns. Let's just draw some cards. Make our heal bot a bit better at this moment in time. Oh my days. That is a big old Twilight Drake. And I got no removal in my hand. So I'm gonna hope that... Yeah, you can't target that. You're gonna have to go for this guy.
Your magic shall not.
Ooh. Um. 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. Drop you to 6 life. So you need to deal with this, and you need to deal with 2 of these. 1, 2, 3. That'll do it. That will do it. Oh well, I've got the heal bot. Got things that I can do. Just not necessarily on this turn. 7. 3/3 isn't great. That, I mean, they've got to deal with this, so I don't really want to drop this. 4 damage to a minion. Leaving me a 4. They're gonna maybe Flame Strike next turn. So let's cast something that's got the safety from the Flame Strike. I mean, they might not Flame Strike. No, they haven't. Okay, what did I get? Oh, come on. Let's draw a card. Mortal Coil. Can I deal 4 damage to this? Yes. But then I just get another guy with Taunt. That's to a minion. So I just need 1 extra point of damage from something. Let's keep my minions alive for the moment. Anti-kit up. There we go, that's all I needed. Was those extra points of damage. Okay, we've got enough for an arena draft. We can stop tormenting casual players. Okay, so we got the Paladin or Warrior Dominance and Watch and Learn. Yeah. Tavern Brawl is back in an hour. Ooh. That's a shame. I'll be finishing probably in an hour. So, what we're going to do is, I found a new thing that I'm hopefully, it's based on the same thing that I did before. Ad was choice guide, except it actually kind of works with your deck and actually says, like, look, this thing's actually better for your deck than this thing. So I'm going to try and use my own knowledge again and think about what it is, but now this time I can use it throughout the whole thing, and then it will say, based on your deck, this thing's actually better than this thing, and you've got loads of mechs, so this thing's probably better. So I'm hoping this will allow me to work out where I'm going wrong in my drafting, primarily. Like, I do a lot of things in drafts that maybe are not correct, and then obviously it can't tell me you play the deck, but it allows me to actually work out if I'm drafting hideously wrong. So, we've got a choice of Druid, Shaman, or Paladin. We're going to take the Paladin. I'm going to listen to their things.
Right to awaken. You were right to awaken. Stone, earth, and fire. Heed my call. I will serve.
So yeah, we're gonna pick the Paladin. Sorry, I was just listening to the things that they say. We're gonna pick the Paladin, not just because of the quest, but also because I quite like the Paladin class. It's one of my favourites, and it's also one of the better ones in Arena. So we're gonna choose Paladin on this thing. So let's have a look at the cards that we've got. How does this work? Okay. So, first of all, we've got Equality. Equality, change the health of all minions to 1. Now, obviously, this can backfire on us, but then we probably won't cast it on us. If we have 6 mana and this in Consecration, this means we can go Equality, Consecration, and then swing with our dudes. Oh, obviously, weakening our guys. If we've got some of our 1/1s from our hero power, then this is pretty good. So, Equality is pretty good. Alarm Bot, I think, he's too inconsistent, and he's slow, and he does nothing when he's on the board, right? I think Alarm Bot is kind of one of those cards that you'd kind of go, I mean, I have picked it in the past and gone, yeah, let's pick this, and I'm going to drop out my massive, like, 8 costing thing. Except it never happens that way. It's always like your 1 Young Priestess, 1 mana Young Priestess. Again, Young Priestess is fine, but she doesn't have stealth though. There's the Blood Imp in Warlock, who's good because he's got stealth, so you can just sit in there and then he's fine. She just gets targeted. She can, like, if you've got taunt things, she can be really, really annoying, and she can sort of swing games, but I'm pretty sure we're going to go for the Equality here. Hold on. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a quick break here. I am required. I will come back to this in a minute and have a look, so I'll be back in a second.
was on the sofa. It was loose on the sofa. Right here.
Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. So yeah, we're going to use this tool. It's called Hearth Arena, and it allows you to type in the card that you want. So the cards that you're offered, and then it gives you a recommendation on what you have. So from here we've got arena scores. Is there a way of? I mean, I could change this to desktop view. I could add in the desktop view somehow. But yeah, so Equality's got a 67.7. Alarmabot is rated as 1. the worst ever. But I mean, this is technically based on different cards. And then we've got the Young Priestesses rated at 46.4. So the comment is, let's go purely by the tier list, which is the Equality, which obviously makes sense. That's the card we're going to pick for. It's the best one of the bunch. The other two aren't great. We can then say that we've picked that card. It then tells us when we can, where we can play it, etc. And then we can just go on and we can keep choosing this, and we can keep typing in cards until we fill down our entire deck. So let's have a look at these. So first of all, we've got Hammer of Wrath. Hammer of Wrath, 4 mana for 3 damage and draw a card. So it replaces itself. It's quite expensive, but it's removal, which is good. We've then got Ship's Cannon, which requires us to have pirates, a lot of pirates, to be useful, and we need to be able to cast it on the same turn as we cast a pirate. Now, it's early in the draft, but we don't know if we're going to pick anything, and so we shouldn't pick something to just set off combos, which we're not necessarily going to get. And there's a better pick. Like, I mean, if there were loads of bad picks, then maybe. And we've got the Abusive Sergeant. Although he's a 1-drop and he's got a 1/2/1 stats, the stats are fine. I mean, yeah, the stats are fine. But he's got an ability that can be relevant later in the game, and he can be an early drop if you really, really needed to. But we're going to go into the list and type in Hammer of Wrath. We've got Ship's Cannon. It also, what's nice about this is as you're typing, it chooses the cards. So here we go. So we've got 65.88 on the Hammer of Wrath, 51.12 on the Ship's Cannon, which is surprising. I suppose he's a 2 mana 2/3 actually. I didn't even look at that. So he's got stats that we quite like at 2 mana. And the Abusive Sergeant is a 58.38. Now, out of these, so I mean, of this is the interesting thing, is that the comment is actually saying it's a little early to pick Hammer of Wrath, or Wrath, but I still suggest you pick it as it's got the most value out of them. Now, I kind of agree. I tend to seem to draft a load of decks that don't seem to have that much removal, and then I suffer later in the game. I'm like, I say before I start the draft, I'm going to use my minions as my removal, and that's all well and good, but then you run out of minions. So, I can see where this is going, and Hammer of Wrath would have been my choice anyway. I mean, the Abusive Sergeant would have been close, but I don't really want 1-drops a lot, and this 2-drop is fine, but I mean, we've got a lot of picks left, so Hammer of Wrath it is. Okay, we've got the option of another Hammer of Wrath. I'm not sure if we take a second one now. Really? I mean, maybe. Because, like, I mean, we could take a second one now. We kind of want Consecrations at 4 mana, just because of the mass removal, especially the Equality, right? So I'm not sure if we would take this, but the Nerobal Weblord, I really don't like. 2 mana for 1/4 he doesn't really do much on the attack side of things, and he can hurt us quite a bit. Obviously, we can try and build around him if we really wanted, but I don't like him. And then there's the Leponome, who I said about not taking 1 manas. I mean, this guy does technically, if you can connect with him once, does 4 damage, right? And if they just leave him, then he's always going to deal that extra 2 damage, unless they silence him, and then he's a really bad silence target. I mean, if you're playing against mage, he's just going to die. But, I mean, he could be our pick. So I'm not really sure which one we'd go for. I'm going to say that we're going to go for... I I would say, let's say, although I said that I wasn't going to pick it, I think we'll go for another Hammer of Wrath. Again, it's got the most value. It's got 60.11, so it's dropped a little bit. The Lepinome is 39, and the Nerebar is 39, slightly higher 39. So that's surprising actually. So this is one of the things that I'm saying. Oh look, and the tier score. Okay, so the tier scores are actually different. I didn't realise that. So the tier score for the Nerebar Weblord is 38, and the tier score for the Lepinome is 40. So technically the Lepinome is the better choice, but the reason I think it's saying that the actual score for the Nerebar Weblord is 39 rather than 38, and it's nearly a 40 to be honest, is because we don't have any Battle Cry in our deck. So this is the thing that's really good about this tool, is it sort of is going, you don't have any Battle Cry, thus this card is actually going to be better for you at this moment in time. So the tier score of Hammer of Wrath is normally at 60 and it's dropped to, normally 70 and it's dropped to 60. So that's kind of saying how much it's dropped by just taking a single one. So maybe when I've done this before and I've kind of gone, oh, I kind of want, I'm going to drop this by 3 points, whatever, it's actually for the lower second pick bonus, actually it's a lot more than 3 points, which could have changed a lot of our drafts actually. If we're saying that it's going to drop by 10 points. And the Lepinome is normal 40, pretty much 39. So I think he's lower because it's early in the draft and we don't really want the 1-drops. So let's go for the second Hammer of Wrath. Is this actually showing me stuff? Oh, there we go. I can switch to the deck basics and have a look. Okay, so we've been offered another rare quite early on. It's kind of nice. So, first of all, we've got Stampeding Kodo. 5 mana for 3/5 isn't super good stat wise. So, one of the things, again, I mean, I've been reading up quite a lot of stuff to try and work out stuff. So, when you pick something, you kind of want the mana cost to at least be half of the stats added together. So if we add 3 and 5 together, we get 8. Half of that would be 4. That would be an average minion for that cost, for those stats. So 4 mana for 3/5 is fine. If the stats are above that, and so the half cost is less, then that's good. And if it's lower than the half cost, then that's bad. So 3 plus 5 is 8. So we've got -2 negativity on this. However, destroy minion with 2 or less attack. We can cast this at a point that is going to be pretty good for us. He's not so good on turn 5 just if we're not doing anything, but if our opponent's played a couple of small things and then turn 5 comes around, then he's fine. He's also got 3 attack power, which is quite useful and relevant. Next up we've got the Ancient Watcher. There isn't much that we can draft to make Ancient Watcher good. Let's do the stat wise thing. So for a 2 mana thing, we kind of want stats of 2/2 or higher. So a 2/3, for example, would have 5. Half of 5 is 2.5, thus it beats the mana cost and is good. This guy has 9, which means he's super good for his mana cost, but the can't attack is a problem. Like, if we had silence effects, then maybe, but yeah, probably not. And Blessed Champion, double Amina's stat. This is pretty good, but we don't really want to be casting it on our 1/1s, and it's kind of like a win more card. Or we're going to cast it on one of our guys to trade into one of their guys, just so we've got enough attack power, at which point we're 2 for 1-ing ourselves, which seems poor at the best of times. So, Stampeding Kodo, I think this as well, though it's quite good, is actually quicker than the other one. Purely by list, this comment is. So the Stampeding Kodo has an arena score of 77, tier score of 80. The Ancient Watcher has an arena score of 0.16, probably because we've got no way of turning it on, and a tier score of 2. And the Blessed Champion has an arena score 28, tier score 30. So yeah, we're going to go for the Stampeding Kodo, the pick that we were going to go for. Okay, so at the moment we're not too worried about mana cost. I mean, we kind of should think about mana cost. I mean, the thing with this which I don't like, and I'm going to do this draft pretty much using this for the whole thing, is because it's just telling me what to pick. I could just literally just type this in and be like, I'm going to pick this, I'm going to pick this, I'm going to pick this. And if there was ever a point where I didn't want to use this, or I don't really want to use it, I want to build up my own skill at Hearthstone, and this isn't going to help that. But what I'm trying to get to do is, if I think about the picks first for me, then hopefully this is going to confirm some of the stuff. And what I might do is I might actually go back through some of my old drafts and just be like, type in this, do them in the exact pick order that I did in the draft, and just see where I went wrong, because it's going to be interesting. So let's go for Archmage. So basic vanilla test, 6 mana for a 4/7. 4 plus 7 is 11, half of 11 is 5 and a half, which means that he doesn't fulfill his mana cost. Spell damage plus 1 makes a Hammer of Wraths better, but for 6 mana we want to be doing bigger things, and this is not really a big thing. Mad Bomber fulfills our test, 2 mana 3/2, half of 5, 3 plus 2 is 2.5, so he beats it just. And he's got a relevant battle cry, deals 3 damage, randomly split between all other characters. I've found that he can be really sort of inconsistent, and he actually like hits my guys or my face or their face when I need him to kill a minion so many times. But I do love him. I do love Mr. Mad Bomber. And last of all, we got a 4 mana 4/4, fits our test. I mean, we can tell this one easily because all the numbers are the same, so he obviously just fits in. And again, he's got a relevant battle cry. He can make one of our small minions big enough to trade up, and whilst leaving a body as well, which is what the Blessed Champion didn't do. It didn't leave us a body behind. Potentially, I mean, it could have done, but this definitely guarantees us a body behind. So, Dark Iron Dwarf is good, Mad Bomber is good, Archmage is not. Which would I choose? I don't want to fill up super loads on 4-drops, and I do want an early game, so I would pick the Mad Bomber because I like Mad Bomber. So yeah, but let's find out what we're going to be told. Okay, so this is where it doesn't make much sense. So Archmage is rated 52. Synergy's Hammer of Wrath times 2. Okay, so it tells me the synergies that they have in their deck. Mad Bomber is rated as normally a 68, and our arena score as 81.54. And the reason is because he synergizes with Equality. I mean, we could in theory cast Equality in this on, say, for 4 mana, and if we got no other dudes, he could kill 3 of their things. I'm not sure that's super great. And Dark Iron Dwarf is 76 and 75.63. So he's saying he would normally pick the Dark Iron Dwarf, however the Mad Bomber synergizes with our deck. I mean, I was going to pick the Mad Bomber anyway, just because I like Mad Bomber. I didn't even really consider the synergy of Equality. I mean, I considered the synergy of Archmage with Hammer of Wrath. I mean, this guy's good, but we're gonna go mad. We like going mad. Okay, quick mech check. We don't currently have any mechs. However, one of the things that I was doing is I wasn't really picking a lot of 3 mana things in a lot of my other drafts, and 3 mana 3/3s are not bad. 3 mana 3/3s are good, and if for some reason we do get some stuff later on, and this guy gets better, he's a 3 mana 4/4, which is great. Now, do we pick a 3 mana 3/3 without that? I mean, maybe his ability isn't relevant enough. Maybe we would kind of need him to always be having a mech around to be useful. I'm not super sure. Like, I think he's probably fine. Elven Archer, I mean, I wouldn't pick. I find her ability rubbish. I don't think she's that great. I mean, she can kill some early stuff early game, and she can give that additional 1 point of damage that we might be able to get from something else with our hero power. If it survives, we can kill something with 2 toughness, and we leave a body behind. And then we've got the Venture Mercenary. I don't like this guy. I find him... Yes, he's a big old thing, but he makes things complicated for us a lot of the time. Now, I'm going to say I'm going to take the Tinkertown. However, I'm going to assume maybe rightly, maybe wrongly, that Venture Co is going to be the one that we're going to be told to pick. Yeah. Okay, so normally this would be a top-up between Elven Archer and Venture Co Mercenary, but since Venture Co synergizes with our deck, I suggest you pick the Venture Co Mercenary in this thing. The synergies are Equality and Hammer of Wrath. Why? It doesn't synergize at all. Okay, so maybe this thing isn't super great. Anyway, so Tinkertown is a 47 arena, 50 tier. Elven Archer is a 58 arena because of our equality, and a 54 normally. So it would beat the Tinkertown. And Venture Co is a 54 tier score and a 64.93 arena score. I mean, we do need some big minions late game. He does trade into stuff. We can get him off the board if we really need to, and I mean, if we're hitting their face for 7 damage and then complaining that we need to be dropping minions, then maybe. I think this guy is being given synergy because I've got no minions at this moment in time, which seems mad because that's what I don't know. I'm going to be sad if we see loads of mechs now, but let's go with the Venture Co. Let's go with the one that we're told. I can see which one I'm going to pick. Okay, so we've got Shielded Minibot. Shielded Minibot, 2 mana, 2/2. He just fits into our stats of are they relevant enough. But the Divine Shield is the main thing. So he can trade with 2 things early in the game. A lot of the 2-drop minions tend to only be able to trade with 1 thing. So being able to trade with 2 things or 1 bigger thing potentially makes him super, super useful. He survives lots of stuff. Shielded Minibot is a very good card and is a mech, which makes me sad because we didn't take the fucking Tinkertown. Nomerigian Infantry is a 3 mana 1/4, so 5, half of 5 is 2.5, so he doesn't fit into our stats of vanilla. He's got Charge and Taunt, which means we can do extra combat damage maths, can cause some problems for our opponent. However, he's got Taunt, so we don't really want to chuck him in to deal damage to our opponent's minions because he's going to be weaker on the swing back, which causes problems for him. He doesn't really know where he's going. Probably because he's wearing this big old helmet that he can't see out of. And last of all, we've got Blessing of Wisdom, which is useful to cast on one of our own things to keep attacking with. Gives us some card flow coming through. We will kind of want card draw, I feel, in our deck. I mean, we've got 2 Hammer of Wraths, but they're just replacing themselves. We cast this and then attack with it, then we replace it. And then, in theory, we get more card advantage out of it if it stays on the board. That's the main thing. Does it stay on the board? However, I'm going to go for the Shielded Minibot. That's my choice. Who knows if this is going to be their choice? I'm surprised at the last one. Shielded Minibot does win. It's 81 and 82. Nomerigian is 40 and 30 with synergies. Equality. Oh, okay. Equality, and I can take out one of their big things. Not super synergistic, I guess. Blessing of Wisdom is 57.59. Synergies with Venture Co Mercenary. What? Just because he's going to attack lots? I don't know. But yeah, Shielded Minibot was the pick. You can probably guess what the pick is here. Consecration. Consecration is great. We want Consecration in our deck. It synergizes with Equality really well. That's 1 card. What else does it synergize with? Mad Bomber? I'm just kind of double guessing. South Sea Deckhand has Charge, we don't have any weapons, and 1 mana 2/1 is not great. We'd only ever want to play him if we could trigger Charge, and we're probably not going to trigger Charge that much. And Salty Dog is just a big old dude. So I'm pretty sure that we're going to go for Consecration. I'm pretty sure this is going to tell me that I should be taking Consecration, and why am I even typing these things into here? Because you should be taking Consecration, you crazy, crazy madman. Consecration is 92.64 and normally an 80. Synergies, Equality and Venture Co Mercenary. What the fuck? What is going to have 9 health that synergizes with us crashing in Consecration and then Venture Coing? South Sea Deckhand is 31.46, tier score 38, and Salty Dog is 36 arena and 40 in the tier score. So we're going to take the Consecration. I mean, there wasn't really much of a pick there. Okay, so this is interesting. We've got another Dark Iron Dwarf. He's pretty good. We've also got a Blessing of Kings, which allows us to make our 1 mana minions into 5/5s. It allows us to swing through some massive damage. I guess technically we could equality, and then Blessing of Kings our guy, if we've got a Taunt, for example, and then all their stuff's going to die. Except their power is still... Their power is still the amount that needs to be. And we've got Nightblade. Nightblade is... I mean, it costs an extra mana for 4. Deal 3 damage to the enemy hero. We don't really want to be picking this until we've got like 2 rubbish spells here. Minion wise, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've picked half and half so far. So I mean, it doesn't really matter which I pick here. I think I would go personally for Blessing of Kings, but I think it's quite close between Blessing of Kings and the Dark Iron Dwarf. I'm pretty sure Nightblade's got no way of winning this. Okay, so this is the thing. It's obviously auto-generated based on trying to see where stuff synergies and stuff. And so normally this would be a toss-up between Dark Iron Dwarf and Blessing of Kings. Although we could use a 4-drop, I suggest you picking Blessing of Kings because we could use a card to play on turn 4, like the 4-drop Dark Iron Dwarf that is also there, that leaves a body on turn 4. I mean, I said I was going to go for Blessing of Kings. They both have a tier score of 76, so Dark Iron is still 76.53, and the Blessing of Kings apparently has synergy with Venture Mercenary. Everything has synergy with Venture Mercenary, that's why he's rated so highly. And the Nightblade is arena score of 31. But yeah, the Blessing of Kings ekes out by 78 in the arena score rather than 76. I said I was going to go for Blessing of Kings. It's saying that I should go for Blessing of Kings. I think it's a bit of an odd one there. Okay, so we've got Blessed Champion again. We're probably going to synergize with Venture Mercenary because hey, 14 attack power. That makes sense, but does nothing really for us at all. Twilight Drake, gain 1 health for each card in your hand. He's normally like a 4/4. I mean, yeah, okay, stats are bad. He can die to silence quite easily, and he can die to, I think it's called Stagger Shock, which is Shaman spell that silences then deals 1 damage. But I mean, they're unlikely to draft Stagger Shock, I would have thought. Stagger Shock seems like it's a pretty bad card normally. But this guy can be like huge. If we're playing him on turn 4, then we can foreseeably see him as like a 5 or 6. We don't have any card draw, so we're not going to make him huge. So I don't know. And then we've got the 2 mana 2/3 Sun Fury Protector. So 2 mana 2/3 is fine. We'd like having 2 mana 2/3s and 2 mana 3/2s, etc. And shielded mini bots because they're great. And it's got a relevant ability of giving adjacent minions taunt. Like this can really sort of protect us later in the game. We can taunt up Stampede and Kodo, and we've suddenly got Ascension Shieldmaster, as well as destroying a random creature, etc. It's not as good as the Protector of Argus, who gives +1/+1 as well as taunt, but I'm pretty sure I would go for the Sun Fury Protector. I think this is too inconsistent and doesn't really do much. And I think the Blessed Champion is not super great. Sun Fury Protector. Okay, I'm right. I was wrong, sorry. So, Blessed Champion has synergies with Venture Mercenary and none of my other minions. Sun Fury Protector has synergies with Venture and Stampede and Kodo. They're just my 2 biggest toughness minions, I guess. But Sun Fury is rated as 63 over tier score 56, and Twilight Drake is rated at 68 over a tier score of 66. So even by the tier score, the Twilight Drake wins. So this is what I'm talking about, right? I mean, I would have taken this, and I would have been wrong, right? So why? Why is this so great? I mean, I probably need to play with it a bit and actually see what it's actually like, because I don't really know. Okay, the Tavern Brawl is now live. So we could go into Tavern Brawling shortly. Okay, so Dalaran Mage, spell damage +1. E works with Consecration. E works with Hammer of Wrath, etc. But he's weak for his stats, and he doesn't really do much, right? I mean, he's the sort of thing that I probably would pick, but maybe he's not that great. I've heard he's not as good, and he's kind of a trap. Even in like Mage, he's sort of a trap. And then we've got like what? So we've got Cult Master. Stat wise bad, but he's got decent amount of he's got a decent ability. So I mean, we can drop him on a board and then trade off some of our minions, draw some cards. We need some card draw, more so than just the Hammer of Wrath. So I mean, Cult Master's pretty good. And we've got the Raging Worgen, who's the 3/3 Wind Fury +1 attack. So I mean, he can remove something and then remove something else. And he's a 3 mana 3/3. We don't have any. We need a 3-drop. Probably don't want to take the 4-drop. And we don't really want the Dalaran Mage. So I think we would go for the Raging Worgen. But how much is the synergy with Consecration and etc. gonna swing it? Not at all. Normally I would pick Cult Master. Might not fit in our slower mid-range deck, and we need a 3-drop. I suggest you pick up Raging Worgen. Dalaran Mage does have the synergy of Consecration, Hammer of Wrath, and Blessing of Kings. I guess to make a 5/8. But he's rated as 21 over a tier score of 14. Cult Master is 58 over a tier score of 66. Synergies, Blessing of Kings, and Twilight Drake. Because Twilight Drake has 1 HP, technically. And the Raging Worgen is a 63 over a tier score of 54. So if we were going by the tiers, which normally we would have stopped by now, but if we're going by the tiers, we technically would go for the Cult Master. But it's kind of now suggesting, actually, you're in a kind of mid-range deck rather than an early aggro deck. And Raging Worgen has synergies with Blessing of Kings, because he will become huge. As well as the Mad Bomber, which will give us the point of damage that we need to enrage him on a turn. But I mean, we can enrage him by crashing him into something. I'm happy with taking the Raging Worgen. It's the thing that I was probably going to pick anyway. How many rares have we got already? 1, 2, 3. We've already got 3 rares. Normally we would only have 2. Okay. So, what have we got? We've got Avenge. Avenge is fine, but it's a bit inconsistent. I mean, it synergizes with Mad Bomber, right? Ironfell Grizzly is a 3 mana 3/3. We've got the Raging Worgen. He doesn't really do much else apart from taunt. He's only ever going to stop one thing, because he doesn't have a big enough bum to stop anything else. And we've got the Clockwork Gnome, who's a 1 mana 2/1. Kind of has draw half a card. Technically, we're going to get something from him, but not much. And I mean, it can be useful. And he's a mech. Like, he... oh wait, we didn't take the mech thing, did we? So we don't care that he's a mech. We do not care that he's a mech. Avenge, Ironfell Grizzly, and the Clockwork Gnome. So Avenge is the most value, and we could use a card to play early game. We're not going to play it early game, though. Synergies, Venture Mercenary. Raging War. What is it with this Venture fucking Mercenary? I wish we hadn't picked it. So much is synergizing with it. Avenge is a 58 arena, tier score 54. Ironfell is a 56 arena, so it's pretty close, and tier score 48. And the Clockwork Gnome is a 46, tier score 52. So, I mean, normally now I wouldn't be picking based on this. But do I just carry on picking based on this, just to see what happens? See what my deck's like, see if the perfect draft could have happened. I mean, a single Avenge is fine. Is it? I mean, if I go by tier score, Clockwork Gnome wins. Oh no, sorry. No, Avenge wins. I mean, creatures. Like creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And one of them makes them more expensive. We'll take the event. Look, we'll keep picking stuff until there's a point where I'm just like, this is stupid. Soldy Dog is just a 5 mana 7/4, and we've got a 5 mana 7/6. We don't really want loads of 5 drops, so I'm hoping it's not going to tell me that we should pick that. The Cogmaster is not great, but he's got a little bit of synergy. We've got 2 mechs already. No, we don't. We've got 1 mech. We didn't take the mech. Do we have mechs? Do we have mechs? We only have 1 mech. And the Frost Elemental is a big thing, but do we take it this early? Apparently yes. Purely by tier score, or by anything else, he's the best thing. I mean, we do need a 6 drop, so this does seem like it's probably the thing to do. He doesn't seem super great. Doesn't work with Venture, but we'll take the Frost Elemental. Okay, so we have another 5 drop that we don't really want. He's got a relatively decent battle cry, but we don't really care about. I mean, his stats are terrible. I don't think we want super loads of 5 drops. Repentance is fine. Reduce its health to 1. We've got technically synergy with Mad Bomber and Consecration. This is okay. I mean, we'll have then 2 secrets, which we don't want loads of secrets, really. Hand of Protection, give a minion Divine Shield. That can be super swingy on some of our big things, like Twilight Drake, or the Venture, or the Frost Elemental, technically, or Raging Wargren. Like, there's so much that, well, actually, there's a bit of a nombo with Raging Wargren. Because it wouldn't get damaged. But, I mean, maybe. So what... Oh, wait, hold on, I forgot to say I picked that card. I would go with the Hand of Protection. Well, I'd go with the Repentance. I'd tell a lie. I'm going to go with the Repentance. There's a possibility that I'm wrong. I probably am. Okay, purely by list. Stormpike Commando. It synergizes with Equality and Raging Wargren. This is the other thing. I've got to choose a point where I play this Equality. Hand of Protection synergizes with Venture, Frost Elemental, Twilight Drakes. They're the 3 I named. And the Repentance synergizes with Venture Mercenary. Why? Mad Bomber and Consecration. This is making our opponents. No, it's just your minions. Mad Bomber and Consecration, which is what I said. But I mean, not even based on tier score. Like everything else, this is the best card out of all of them. I mean, I wouldn't really rate him. Maybe the deal to damage is pretty good. Okay, so we've got not so great 3 drop, 3 mana 1/4. From Nax, is that the Naxxramas symbol? It must be. Start of your turn, return it to full health. Like combos with Blessing of Kings, but there's a Blessing of Kings, and I'm not taking the Holy Light. Like my pick is Blessing of Kings. I know maybe the Stoneskin Gargoyle should be a pick because we need creatures. Like creatures help us win games, right? But yeah, Blessing of Kings. The Stoneskin Gargoyle has a tier score of 2 and an arena score of 9 because of its synergies with Blessing of Kings and Avenge. Yeah, I mean, if we don't get offered any other Blessing of Kings, then I really don't care. Oh, look, there's a Tinkertown, but there's a Consecration. Nah, and a Volcanic Drake. I would take the Consecration. The Tinkertown only synergizes with a single shielded mini-bot at this moment in time, which isn't great. Yeah, see, it's telling me it's Consecration. Tinkertown would beat out the Volcanic Drake in most No, not in most cases. So Tinkertown is apparently better in our deck than the Volcanic Drake, but the Volcanic Drake is better in just the normal tier list. But we're going to go for the Consecration because Consecrations. Right, we're not going to take another Hammer of Wrath. That would be 3 Hammer of Wraths, 2 Consecrations. Like, so many 4-drops. And he's giving us more 4-drops. We don't want 4-drops. Oh, we've got the True Silver Champion. This is pretty good. And we've got Silvermoon Guardian, who's fine. He doesn't... His half of 6 is 3, which means it's not going to meet our requirements here. So I think we're going to go for True Silver. I'm going to see whether it sticks with me. Getting so many 4-drops offered. True Silver Champion has the most value when you card play on turn 4. It synergizes with Venture Code Mercenary. Fucking mention. And Hammer of Wrath does. Silvermoon Guardian does not. So we're not going to pick the Silvermoon Guardian because it doesn't synergize. Okay, so God, creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Still like 50-50 creatures not. Okay, so we've got a 3-mana 3/1 Wolf Rider. He's just a 3 damage spell. He just deals 3 damage. He's a Hammer of Wrath without the card draw and for a mana less. Repentance, we didn't take the first one. But there's a Solemn Vigil here. Yeah, it's a spell. It's not a creature, but this guy is kind of like a spell. He pretty much is going to do 3 to the face to win. He's going to do 3 to the face to get them into range of lethal for the next turn, or he's going to kill something, or he's just going to deal 3 damage to something so that we can take it out. I'm betting that this is going to be synergized as well with Equality. I would probably take the Solemn Vigil. Like, this synergizes with the Equality Consecration combo, and then we can just draw 2 cards. It's card draw. Like, the worst is 5 mana for 2 cards. Like, that's not great, but sometimes you just need that card draw. I mean, technically it replaces itself, so it's 1 card, but let's have a look. Wow. We need a 3-drop, so we're gonna go for the Wolf Rider. Despite the fact it has no synergy with anything. We do need 3-drops. We have been offered some 3-drops, and we've only taken 1. We're never going to drop it in turn 3 though. It's close. Solemn Vigil synergizes with Venture Code Mercenary, Equality, Consecration, ×2 and Twilight Drake. It's just... I don't know. I'm not entirely sure what this is doing, but let's go for Wolf Rider. Because it's told me I should go for Wolf Rider. Look at this deck. God, this looks horrible. Mad Scientist, Death Rattle, 2 mana, 2/2. It's fine, but not great. Put a secret from your deck onto the battlefield. We only have 1 secret. So if we already played this or it's in our hand, this guy doesn't have so much use. But, I mean, he kind of works. He's kind of nice. I feel we need early drops. We're coming into the last 10 picks. We kind of need early stuff. We kind of need a late game thing as well, but if we're not going to survive the late game, what's the point in having an early game? Humility, it's got to be between the creatures. If it tells me to pick the Humility, then I'm pretty sure that we don't listen to this anymore. But then, what do I know? I'm a noob of doing this. It's telling me to take the Guardian of the King. I'm going to be such a late game deck. I'm going to die to Rush. I'm going to come into the mid to late game and just have nothing to do. Humility has synergy with fucking Venture Code Mercenary. So yeah, the Mad Scientist is the other pick that they're suggesting. We'll go for the Guardian of Kings. It's suggesting I take the Guardian of Kings. And that seems pretty good. So Holy Wrath is actually looking pretty good now because we're gonna be dealing shitloads of damage with these massive things. There's a Matter Bomber. I always love the Matter Bomber, but he's not great, really. I mean, you could have quality and then Mad Bomber. That would be pretty ridiculous. Man, it is raining. And then we got another Alarmo bot. We're not going to pick that. So, replaces itself and deals damage equal to its cost. Oh, it's only to one thing. Okay, I would probably take the Mad Bomber here. Just because, I mean, we draw a 1 damage thing, then meh. If we draw a 7 damage thing, that's great, but I mean, it's unlikely to happen, right? Mad Bomber fits in our classic control deck and has the most value. By quite a lot, actually, so I mean, that's quite good. The Holy Wrath has synergy with everything that costs lows, including our Venture Co Mercenary, as does the Alarmo bot. Mad Bomber does not have Venture Co Mercenary synergy, but he's just a decent card, right? Hooray, Chillwind Yetis. But you're a 4-drop. Poo. Arms and Squire, 1 mana, 1/1 Divine Shield. This is not great. Could trade up. It's an early minion. We kind of want early minions. We've got 10 picks left. Flesh Eater is not great. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Chillwind, just because Chillwind is super, super great. I can't spell Chillwind. No, I can spell Chillwind. I just clicked out of the box. Argent Squire and a Flesh Eating Ghoul. Chillwind Yeti has the most value, and we really need a 4-drop. No, we don't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We do not need a 4-drop. Do not know what you're talking about. But it does win on everything else. Like, completely. Just. Why can't I pick the Chillwind Yeti? Thank you. Oh, stop giving us these shitty late game cards that I don't need, or mid game cards. I don't want to type this in. It's going to tell me to take the True Silver Champion. I can feel it. I can feel it coming. I can feel it ruining my draft tonight. Yeah. By stupid amounts. Fuck's sake. I'm gonna die to everything in the early game. Look, there's another 4-drop. I can't take any more 4-drops. My bar is filled up. That's probably gonna be the Solemn Vigil here, right? Undertaker is not great. We don't have... What? Do we have any Death Rattles? We don't have any Death Rattles. The Piloted Shredder is a good card, but he's a 4-drop, and we really, really do not need 4-drops. For fuck's sake! Piloted Shredder has bad synergy with our deck, but I still pick it as it's got the best value. Oh. I just die. This is terrible. Okay, so what we've learned from this doesn't seem to have any factor on the fact that mana curve is just shit. It just goes, you should take this because of reasons. Because of value. I valued it in isolation. I'm going to pick it, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick it and then just run the deck and then see what the deck does and see how shit this deck is. Just with fuckloads of 4-drops and no early game and just lose in the early game. Personally, I would take the Solemn Vigil here. The Undertaker doesn't really do much for our deck, I think, but we'll follow the guide. Give your okay. So whenever you summon the minion, give it +1/+1, and this loses 1 durability. We can also attack with this. Makes our minion stronger. Synergizes with the Wolf Rider. Synergizes with the Wargren. Synergizes with Shield and Minibot. Synergizes with any minion really, but we don't have that many small minions. I mean, this is an epic, right? I mean, we don't have that many small minions, so maybe that's not super great. Early turns we could be dropping Silver Hand Recruits, so at this point this guy could be pretty good. Give you all Silver Hand Recruits +2/+2, but it's only on his Battle Cry. If we've got loads of Silver Hand Recruits, then they're probably, like, we're going to get, like, what? 2, maybe, if we set it up nicely. At which point, I mean, if we just give him +2/+2, that's 4, 7, that's 11, half of 11 is 5.5, so I mean, as long as there's one Silver Hand Recruit, he returns his investment. He's only got 2 power, which is not super great. Like, we want to have higher than 3 power, especially on late drops. So maybe, I mean, it's got, okay, let's ignore the Quagmire. It's got to be between the Sword of Justice and the Pilot Sky Golem. Sky Golem is something to play later on, but we can't play, I mean, we can play him with one of our multitude of 4 drops on turn 10, but, like, we don't have any early game at all, which means that he's bad. I mean, it's got to be the Sword of Justice, actually. I'm talking myself into the Sword of Justice just because if we don't take the Sword of Justice, we don't have, like, we have so little early game. Yeah, there we go. It's finally recognised that our mana curve is shocking. I've normally picked the Pilot Sky Golem. However, we need a card to play on turn 3, which would be this guy. Synergies with Equality? What? Venture Mercenary again? Oh, this deck is just the venture company. The venture company with a mercenary who everybody in this deck loves since we picked him on, like, pick 4. And the Pilot Sky Golem is normally 78, but yeah, I mean, he's too expensive. We need the early Sword of Justice. Okay, we've got quite a few weapons coming through. Maybe we've got too many weapons now as well. Okay, so we've got 6 mana, 6/5. Minions trade up into this guy. He's not as good as he seems. Like, he seems pretty good. Like, he's got loads of attack and loads of defense, but it's turn 6. Shit is gonna kill him. And then we've got 2 1-drops. We've got the Light's Justice, which is the 1 mana 1/4. This is fine. It allows us to ping through a multitude of small minions. Allows us to trade up some of our minions potentially. And, like, we don't mind replacing it with a True Silver Champion. If we attack with this twice, say, and then we do True Silver Champion. So if we need to, we can just ship this, get rid of it. Sword of Justice we're not normally going to attack with. We're normally going to be giving our minions stuff, but we can attack with it as well. But there's this Noble Sacrifice. Like, this thing is just annoying. Like, probably I'm going to play it, and then every single one of my opponents is going to play around it and get super value out of not attacking their X2 into it. But I mean, we can set it up, right? We can set it up so we can kill their stuff and then leave their X2, and then that's the plan. Noble Sacrifice. Who's it going to be? What? It's telling me Lord of the Arena. This is not a mana curve. I know it's got a sort of curve in it. It's not a mana curve. Okay, we would normally pick Light's Justice. However, Lord of the Arena fits our classic control deck. Are we control? Consecration, some swords, no early game to speak of, trying to drop late game threats. Yeah, I guess we are. It's only just eking out the Light's Justice. Noble Sacrifice synergy with Venture Mercenary. Why? Fucking why? As does the Light's Justice. See, Light's Justice has got synergy with Equality. I hadn't thought of that. I hadn't even considered it. I know Equality is 1 card in my deck. And the Venture Mercenary, you know. We're gonna follow this guide to the bitter death. Hooray! We can only pick an early drop. Has charge while you have a weapon equipped. This is actually now becoming sort of decent. We've got 3 weapons in our deck. So this could be just the Murloc, the 2-mana 2/1 Murloc with charge. Redemption, whenever one of your minions dies, return it to life with 1 health. It's pretty good. Doesn't trigger any death, it triggers the death rattle, sorry, it doesn't trigger any battle cry. But there's a multitude of stuff that's fine, we don't really mind. I mean, we get a minion back, right? If we set it up, we can get a decent minion back. Seal of Light, restore 4 health to your hero and gain 2 attack this time. That's shit, I'm not taking that. Please don't tell me to take that. To be honest, I kind of want them to tell me to take the Redemption now. I would take Redemption, yeah. Normally this would be a toss-up between Redemption and Seal of Light, but since Seal of Light fits great in our classic control deck, we could use a card to play on turn 2. I suggest you pick Seal of Light in this situation. Wait a minute. It's because it synergizes with Venture Mercenary and Equality. Redemption fits with Lord of the Arena, Venture, Piloted Sky Golem. Piloted Sky Golem? Piloted Shredder. Raging Worgen. No, it doesn't synergize with Raging Worgen. Raging Worgen returns with 1 health. It's not... Does it return with just... It returns with 1 health. It's not damaged, so it can't enrage, because if it gets enraged, it dies. And the South Sea synergizes with... what's it called? I mean, I think I would have picked this deck. Super different. I guess this is just like a this is going to do this thing. Give a minion Divine Shield. We've got, I mean, we could give some of our late game minions Divine Shield, but probably not. Dread Corsair costs 1 less for each attack of your weapon. He's a speed bump. Per attack of your weapon, so he's free if we have the True Silver Champions, and he costs 3 for a 3/3 if we've got this, and he costs 4. Personally, I think it's going to be the Explosive Sheep. I mean, if this is actually going to be a control deck, then this works with Equality. It's a speed bump for our opponents early on. It deals 3, like, if it deals 3 damage total, right? From stuff. Hand of Protection. So I mean, I would go with the sheep, and I mean, fuck it, it's a sheep with mad bombers. Hooray! It's telling me to go for the sheep. Normally you'd pick with Hand of Protection, however it's a great fit in our classic control. We seriously need a 2-drop. I suggest you pick Explosive Sheep. So you're just suggesting... Apparently the Dread Corsair is good. The Hand of Protection has got the Venture Mercenary synergy. But yeah, Explosive Sheep's got the Equality. We'll go with the Explosive Sheep. Okay, so we've got Blessing and Wisdom card draw. We don't have that much card draw. We're going to be top decking. I mean, in theory, I don't know how we're going to survive the early game, but if we survive the early game, we should, in theory, just be top decking threats, given all of this shit down here. 3 mana 4/4, 50% chance to attack the wrong enemy. He's fine, but I mean, the 2 mana 2/3 is a roadblock early on, and later on, if we've got the True Silver Champion, that's 6 attack power. I mean, this is only the 2 mana 3/3, but the 2 mana 3/3 is still pretty good, right? So, Blessing of Wisdom. Bless you, Ogre Brute, and the Bloodsail Raider. Normally I would pick Ogre Brute, however Bloodsail Raider has insane synergy with our deck, and we seriously needed a 2-drop. I suggest you pick Bloodsail Raider. Why has it got insane synergy? Because of True Silver Champion ×2, and a Sword of Justice ×1. It's got an arena score of 110.61 and a tier score of 56. The Ogre Brute has an 84 versus 66. But yeah, we'll take the Bloodsail Raider. That's what I was going to pick. Is this the last card now to pick? No. I thought the last one was a rare. Have we just got shitloads of rares in this deck? All minions cost 1 more than might actually be good. 2, 3. Actually, there's deck basics. Have you got minions? Does it just tell me which minions I've got? No, it doesn't tell me. Okay, it doesn't tell me which minions I've got. I'll just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, we've got 16 minions. Half our deck is minions. This guy's not very good. This guy's better. 2 mana, 1, 3. We can't hide him behind a taunt, unfortunately. He's not going to trade up, but he could cause some other things to trade up. Divine Favour. Ooh. Dependent on if our opponent is actually playing stuff or not. Master Swordsmith. Mana Wraith. Wait, hold on. I should probably say which one I'm going to pick. I'm going to say Divine Favour. But this is going to place super amounts of value on the fact that it's a flipping 2-drop, isn't it? No, okay, it's not. Master Swordsmith is a 24 versus 20. Mana Wraith is 38 versus 30. Divine Favour is a 51 versus 40. Synergy, Venture Mercenary, and Twilight Drake. Twilight Drake, yes. Venture Mercenary. What the fuck do you do to give me more cards in hand or less cards in hand? You don't. Flipping don't. Right. Another Alamo bot and an Angry Chicken. Angry Chicken combos with Blessing of Kings and my Sword of Justice. I'm not going to pick it. It's such a terrible pick. Alamo bot. You know what? Alamo bot could actually be could be becoming decent. Nah, it's not decent. It'll be the Azure Drake. I really want it to be the Angry Chicken. That'll be such a hilarious deck. Nah, it's the Azure Drake. Blessing of Kings ×2. Avenge. Avenge? Oh yeah, Avenge makes him bigger. And the Sword of Justice for the chicken. The Alamo bot has synergies, Venture. It's just all my big dudes. But it doesn't trigger any, what's it called? An Alamo bot. But yeah, the Azure Drake has got Consecration ×2, Hammer of Wrath ×2. It gives me a card. It's going to be the Azure Drake. Right, well... Oh, it's processing my request. What's my request? First turn playable, Avenge, apparently. Early game, I have nothing, right? So it's telling me the stats. So I've got 4 2-drops. So 4 2-drop minions, which is Bloodsail Raider, the Mad Bomber. It's a Bloodsail Raider that I don't want to play on turn 2, the Mad Bomber that I probably don't want to play on turn 2, the Shielded Minibot that I do want to play on turn 2, and the Explosive Sheep that I probably don't want to play on turn 2. My 3 drops are the Raging Worgen and the Wolf Rider. Wolf Rider I don't want to drop on turn 3, and the Sword of Justice. What's pings? 6+ drops, I don't care about. Big drops. Blessing of Kings ×2, Frost Elemental, blah, blah, blah. Pings. What's pings? Don't know. Early removal, I've got 2 Hammer of Wrath, Wolf Rider, 2 Consecrations, 2 True Silver Champions, a Seal of Light, oh yeah, of course, an Explosive Sheep. Large removal, I've got Equality and 2 True Silver Champions, so I don't actually have that much in the way of late game removal, which is possibly going to be a problem. Board clear, I've got 1 Equality, 2 Consecration and an Explosive Sheep. No silences. There's some reach. Survivability. Early game, Seal of Light, Reinforce. Reinforces my hero power. That's my survivability early game. And then Lord of the Arena, Guardian of the Kings, Frost Elemental. I mean, I've got some... Alright, so this is 6 health. Plus... say 8, 14 plus wherever that thing was. I think it was 4 life. Yeah. So I've got the ability to re-heal 18 life. So I think now what I'm meant to do, so now that I've done this, is I'm meant to now go in, do my matches, and actually write which matches I won and which ones I lost. Oh, it tells me my synergies. Do you want to know? Let's do my Venture-Co Mercenary synergy. So, Venture-Co Mercenary synergizes with Blessing of Kings ×2, Sword of Justice, Equality, 2 times Consecration, 2 times True Silver Champion, 1 times Seal of Light, 2 times Hammer of Wrath, 1 times Avenge, and 1 times Divine Favor. Somebody please explain what is the flipping synergy between any of those. Equality, I get a 7-1 and my minions cost more. Sword of Justice, I get an 8-7, which is just stupid because the 7-6 is fine. And Sword of Justice doesn't combo because I've got to pay 3 more for each of my fucking minions. Blessing of Kings, I don't really need an 11-10 unless I need to win the game, I suppose. Consecration, hopefully their stuff is pretty much dead. If I have to deal 9 damage to a single minion, then I've got a problem, right? True Silver Champion, again, if I've got to deal 11 damage to a single minion, what is going on? Seal of Light, 9 damage to a single minion, again. Hammer of Wrath, 10 damage to a single minion. Avenge, let's make my guy a 10-8. It's crazy. It doesn't seem to synergize with any of those things. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Could be right. Mad Bomber, Raging Wargren combos with the Mad Bomber, Blessing of Kings, the Sword of Justice, Stormpike Commando. I mean, I don't have that many. Quite a lot synergizes with Equality, but that's just because that's Equality, really. And of course we got the True Silver Champion with the Bloodsail Raider. I don't know why. Oh, there we go. Sword of Justice is further down. So I don't know what this energy is going on. Deck list. That's my deck list there. Average tier score of my deck list is 65.9. That doesn't sound super great. My deck archetype. Classic Control Paladin. A classic control deck has all the answers. Our opponent plays a minion, we remove it, or play a minion that hard counters the minion on board. Our opponent plays 2 or 3 minions, we clear the board with a mass removal. When players think of a control deck, this is likely the type of deck they have in mind. The key to success with this deck is to have answers to anything our opponent throws at us, prioritizing playing card draw to draw into our answers. We don't have any fucking card draw. And treat bodies on the board as removal supplements. If we have large removals in hand, we play small bodies. If we have small/mass removals in hand, we play a large body. We have enough card advantage to last the end game, so our goal is to repeatedly destroy our opponent's tempo. Generally, if our opponent can't end the game early, the value of our cards will stabilize the board and end the game in a lopsided fashion. Strong against mid-range, weak against attrition. I don't know what attrition is. I assume something like Warlock, where you're just constantly drawing into cards. I mean, we just went with all the picks that they said, so I mean, the pick choices are, it's showing me the pick choices, and it's just like, it doesn't really matter. Notes, no matches. No matches were reported for this arena run. Can I add a opponent? Okay, so I can add my opponent, whether I had the coin and my result. Including win disconnect and lost disconnect. That's kind of cool. So I mean, I'll fill this in as I'm going along, and then you type out your rewards, and I assume they take some sort of stuff with it. Oops. Can I remove that, please? Game 1, not applicable. Oh, flip. I'm just adding games in here. Oh, there we go, I can delete them as well. And then I can add in my rewards. So I mean, this could be interesting. Who really knows? What we're going to do real quick is we're gonna go into Tavern Brawl. What's our Tavern Brawl this week? Ah. Oh, we've got Showdown at Blackrock again. This is a shame. I mean, I know them doing lots and lots of things is going to be difficult. Oh, I've been saying let's play for science this entire time. We're still playing for science. We are technically playing for science. Okay, I'm playing as Nefarian. Ragnaros. Oh, shit. Chromatic Dragon. If you're holding a dragon +1/+1, your cards cost 3 less. Blimey. Destroy friendly minion, deal its attack damage to all enemy minions. Right, I cannot. I mean, well, yeah, let's do this to this one. I think I start on 5 mana. I think. He starts as a 2/6 with some form of death rattle. I start on 4 mana. Oh, 5. Your hero power becomes deal 8 damage to a random enemy, and he just summons Magma Rages. Okay. What's this do? Destroy a friendly minion and deal its attack damage to all enemy minions. Add a random spell to your hand. Hex! We're not going to spend that just yet. So yeah, he's got crap loads of health. But I mean, we've got some armour. He's got... Well, of course he's got these things. And this guy's going to be playing the control game until he can get this out. That's fine. What's this do? Destroy a friendly minion and deal attack damage to all enemy minions. Your cards cost 3 less. So you cost 6, then you will cost 1. Doesn't really help me, because this is going to just kill that. So let's wait on that. Deal 3 damage. If your hand is empty, draw a card. Leave me alone. I cannot remember what Ragnaros does. Like his actual cards. I mean, this is a horrible card. Fill your board with 2/2 whelps. Fuck it. May as well. May as well, right? I have nothing down. I may as well fill my board with shitloads of stuff. Deal its attack damage to all enemy minions. Your hero power becomes deal 8 damage to a random enemy. I suppose that's pretty good. He's only got 2 mana. Oh, it just says thanks. That's a shame. This is totally... Also damages the minions next to whomever he attacks. Okay. Well, we're going to trade in one of our minions. You cost 4. Destroy friendly minion, do this attack damage to all enemy minions. This is just our board wipe spell. Cards cost 3 less, which means you will cost 3, which is not good enough. Nom 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 nom. Gain 2 mana crystals or draw 3 cards. What's this? If you're holding a dragon, destroy a legendary minion. The next dragon you play costs 2 less. Okay. Also damages the minions next to whomever he attacks. I'm assuming no minion is next to Ragnaros, technically. Choose the menu. If it lives until the next turn, deal 5 damage to all enemies. Both players have spell damage +2. Right. Attack damage to all enemy minions. Oh, that's a shame. I could turn him into a taunt. He's going to attack, because why the flip not? I could refill my board. Was it deal 5 damage to... deal 5 damage to this side of the board. Ugh. Are you legendary? No. Blah 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 blah. I could Shadow Flame. I could just turn this guy into a 0/1, you know. The next dragon you play costs 2 less, which gives me 4, 6. Oh, he has Brawl, doesn't he? Ruh-roh. Deal 8 damage to a random enemy. I've got quite a lot of random enemies. Oh, stop dealing with my shit. Draw 2 cards, gain 4 armor. Right. He really, really wants... Battle Cry, summon 2... Oh, I can't cast any spells, can I? What do I want to cast? Just gonna retain my side of the board. Bad. Spell damage +1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's a bad. Let's draw a card. Restore 8 health. That's pointless. Both players have spell damage +2. I don't want to give him spell damage +2. He didn't attack. Ah, nicely done. Well played. Greetings. Okay, and now he's got spell damage. Deal 8 damage to a random enemy. Fill my board with 2/2 whelps. He can Flame Strike, of course. Give a minion +4/+4. Have some 2/2s. He could easily have Flame Strike. So does Ragnarok... See, this guy just doesn't seem to do anything. Living Lava. 2 mana 6/6 with Taunt. What the fuck? Cast Corruption on all other minions. What does Corruption do? The start of the corrupting player's turn, destroy this minion. Oh, the start of this guy's turn. Right, okay. Destroy friendly minion, deals attack damage to all enemy minions. There we go. We've won a card pack. Hooray. The sun has got his hat on. Oh, we got 10 gold as well. Let's go see what our card pack is. So yeah, I mean, I could play more Tavern Brawls, but I mean, it's the same as the other one. I don't tend to play that much Tavern Brawl. Okay, now I've got 2 of you. Okay. Meh. Ugh. Be something good. Oh well, it was a free pack, right? I cannot even smell anything down. Talk around the Ratchet Inn is that this card is too good and should be a legendary. 3 damage to a minion or 1 damage and draw a card. Meh, no it's not. Lightwell. It isn't clear if people ignore the Lightwell or if it's just invisible. People don't ignore that thing. Targeted constantly. Unlike bound elementals, unbound ones really enjoy a night on the town. That's cool. Not less than 1, don't get any ideas. And the Wisp. If you hit an Eridor Lord with enough Wisps, it'll explode. But why? Okay, so we've got Watch and Learn, which I'll be able to spam a little bit later on. We could have done Oh, we're in the top 30%. Nice. I mean, I kind of want to be doing more arenas just so I can get these more cards for these decks, because these decks are not very good a lot of the time. I need to do 4 games of the Paladin, so my arena run I'm going to go with is going to win 4 at least. It says it's classic control deck. I don't know. I'm never I play Magic, and I'm not super good at, like, I always shy away from control, and then I played control on an event and I actually did really well. I'm really well with the control deck, and that was with a deck I didn't know, and I was kind of learning as I was drawing the cards. I didn't build it myself or anything. So maybe I am a control player, maybe control is fine for me. I don't really know. It'll be interesting anyway. So I mean, we'll have a look at this and we'll see what it's like. I kind of want 4 wins out of it, and we're going to come back again and we'll have a look and we'll see what our deck is doing. We'll see how good it is, and yeah, I mean, we'll just generally see how good it is. It could be good, it could be bad. I don't really know, but anyway, we'll find out in another episode. So I hope you enjoyed watching. It's been interesting watching this Hearth Arena, where it says what picks are good and what picks are bad, and how amazing Venture Co Mercenary is. So I think in future maybe if I use it again, let's see how this deck runs. I mean, this deck could be amazing. At which point, then yeah, using it is fine. But I mean, maybe in future I might actually just be like, I'm just gonna go and do my own thing, because you keep synergizing these terrible cards, and this mana curve doesn't look super good. I mean, my early drops are poor. It's gonna be a problem. But we'll come back and play this and see how it does at some other point. So I hope you've enjoyed watching. Like and subscribe. Well, you can't subscribe. If you're watching this on YouTube, then you can subscribe. Like, follow, share. Let me know how you think I'm doing. Send me messages. I'll respond to stuff. And I'll see you all soon. So long.